Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Friday's coming up tomorrow, so we got the weekend coming. Hopefully, wherever you're living, the weather's better than it is here where I'm at. It's been raining for almost 2 weeks in a row, on and off. But the weekend looks nice, and at least we got that coming on for us. I want to talk real quick about some rumors that we're all hearing on the internet and the sports talk. Is Davante Adams? Obviously, he clearly wants a trade from the Las Vegas Raiders. He hasn't been happy playing there. You can kind of tell the guy's always he just hasn't been himself there. Hasn't enjoyed playing there for that team. I don't know why. Whatever the reason is, I'm not sure. But the fact of the matter is, he doesn't like playing there. He wants to get out of there. And there's a lot of talk about, now that he's made it very public that he wants to trade, there's a lot of talk about the Jets being in play, because of Aaron Rodgers, the Saints, because of Derek Carr. I've heard the Chiefs and other teams, Bills mentioned. I think those are really kind of outliers. There may be a secret team that none of us know about or something like that may end up landing him. But my video this morning is going to be more or less like, okay, let's just say, for argument's sake, the Jets get Davante Adams. Okay, Davante Adams is a Jet now. Great. Aaron Rodgers is happy again. He's got another one of his pals, a great player on the team. Is that going to really make a difference? I'm not really sure that it is going to make a difference. Yes, anytime you can add talent like that, I get it. Everybody's excited about it. All the content creators are, Davante, the Jays will be number one receiver. He probably will be, yeah. But will that make a difference? Let me ask you this real quick. Is Davante Adams going to stop the pre-snap penalties that we have? The stupid penalties that we have when we have drives? The holding calls, the offsides and the stuff that is Davante Adams going to stop that? No, he's not going to stop that. Will he make a difference on the team? Of course he will. He's Davante Adams. He still has a lot of gas left in his tank. But I just hope, because last year, when we were all about blaming Zach Wilson, and I don't want to get into that because I've done it in the past, but I have to mention it though, because everybody was all we are was a quarterback away. We're a quarterback away from being that team. And right now, I don't see that. I don't see that us as being that team at all. I see the same Jets that played last year and the year before. So we needed a quarterback. We got the quarterback. Now Davante Adams is going to make the difference. I don't think so. I think he will help. Of course I do. I'd be a fool if I said I didn't. But to think that this is going to change the penalties and the undisciplined play of this team, that's not going to happen. The problem this team has, and I will say it and say it and say it, is coaching. Nobody is held accountable for anything. Robert Saleh just continues to make excuses. Oh, the other team, they were really good, the ball was wet. Well, we do good in practice. We're really trying. This guy has excuse after excuse after excuse. I don't care if you put Jerry Rice in his prime on this football team. We don't have leadership on this team on the sideline. We just don't. The guy the other day in his press conference was almost blatantly blaming Aaron Rodgers' cadence for the false starts and the offsides. I mean, come on, man. This guy, you're going to call out Aaron Rodgers basically. I mean, I know he did walk it back the next day or so, but it doesn't matter. It's still out there. He's still doing it. He's still making excuses. Aaron Rodgers even said himself, well, maybe we should hold people accountable. So I don't know if there's a rift between the two of them now. I only hope there's not, because that's all we need is more dissension on this team. And he tries to hide everything. I almost get to the point now where I can't listen to him in his press conferences after games, because all it is excuses. He never does anything. I never see the guy go over to the offensive line and start talking to him like you'll see a Jim Harbaugh or an Andy Reid will talk to. There's somebody like that. He seems so uninvolved in the team. It's like a mystery to me how nobody else really kind of picks up on that. Maybe people do. I don't know. But, either way, this guy he gets to the point where he blames Aaron Rodgers' cadence, kind of. Well, maybe he should, not be so. This guy's been doing this shit for 20 years. maybe the players should pay attention. Don't you practice this? Don't you do this shit during your game, your team practices and everything? And guys are still jumping off sides. There's no discipline on this football team. Nobody's held accountable. And that's the part that bothers me about it, is because there's just I've said this in past videos, there's too much talent on this football team to be as bad as they looked against the Broncos the other day. And now, we're going to London. I don't know why the NFL does this. I'll say this forever. You're pushing a sport that over there to them is like when the circus comes into town. Of course they fill the stadium up. It's the circuses in town. Do you think if they had a team there, they would fill up the stadium every Sunday? They wouldn't even give a shit about it. But anyway, the Jets are going to play one of the hottest teams in football. And by the way, a team that has Sam Darnold, who we drafted, ruined, got rid of him. He's sped around a couple of more teams, and now he's playing top quality football. I don't know if that's the Jets' fault. I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know, maybe if Sam just didn't start getting it. But either way, the fact of the matter is that the Vikings are going to dismantle this team. I got a feeling they're going to. I'm going to do a pregame video maybe Saturday about that game. I'll talk more in depth about it. But anyway, I don't want to digress too much from my point of my video this morning. Is I hope the Jets get Davante Adams. Like any other Jet fan or a Jet follower, I hope they do. Because will he make a little bit of a difference on offense? Maybe he'll get open where other guys don't. Rodgers and him kind of have a chemistry from the past already. But as far as the penalties and the lack of play, that this team sometimes look like they don't show up. Like they're just there. I don't understand it with that kind of talent. And I mean on both sides of the ball, not just Robert Saleh. The defensive coordinator and defensive is the same thing. They play good the first couple of quarters, maybe first half, and all of a sudden the other team kind of figures them out and they run roughshod on them. And I don't understand why that happens. There's too much talent on this team. So I hope we see Davante Adams. I'm sure the Jets by now are probably either getting ready to go to London or wherever it is they're going. And if they're not leaving now, they're probably going to leave next day or so. The game is Sunday morning to our time anyways. So he's not going to be on the Jets for this game against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. But, listen, I hope, like I said, I hope the Jets get Davante Adams. He'd be a great addition to the team. But the fact of the matter is this team lacks discipline so badly. They lack coaching so badly. He's just got to stop coming up with excuses why this happens, why that happens. Like I said, I don't care if you put Randy Moss on this football team in his prime day. It's not going to make a difference on this team. I just have a feeling it's not. We need the coach to step up, be a leader, stop trying to be their buddies. You know, I'm sure he's a cool guy to go have a beer with after the game and meet at the bar. But as far as this, you can't be their pal and be a coach and be a leader. And I think that's what he tries to. He tries to play both roles. And I just don't think that's a good idea. And it never has been in any sport that I've ever watched. But anyway, we got a lot of New York sports news coming up. The Mets and Brewers are tied in their series. I think their game is tonight. The Yankees start their series, I think, against the Kansas City Royals, I'm pretty sure, on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Hockey's back in swing. The Rangers and Islanders are back playing. New Jersey Devils, everybody's back playing a preseason hockey game. So hockey season's coming up. And there's sort of a lot of things going on. And also in other sports, too, there's a lot of news going on. I try to keep up with everything as much as I can. We'll try to cover all the other stuff. Maybe I'll cover some baseball games. I'll try to follow the Yanks when they start their series and see how that goes on. And but anyway, oh yeah, and by the way, let's all do what we can to help all these people in the South there where this hurricane came and just ravaged and destroyed everybody. I mean, there's people down there with no water, no food, no cell service, no nothing. So if you can lend a hand to that, you know, I've contributed some money to the Red Cross to try to help. So if you can do that, this is not a plug for any organization. I'm just saying, out of the goodness of your heart, if you can help these people, do what you can. If not, then, you know, just give them your prayers and hopefully everybody's well. Anyway, I probably by Saturday, I'm going to be doing a pre-game video about the Jets and the Vikings game coming up Sunday. And we'll talk more in depth about that. But anyway, everybody have a great day. Enjoy the day. Hopefully the rain stops, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye now.